I've got a story, and I need you to give a hand. Are you paying attention?
I certainly am.
I need you to give a hand.
And I'm glad it's me, because I'd hate to be down there.
It's a story.
Right.
You're not going to kiss me, eh?
It's a story.
It's a story. I want to tell you a story. It's a story featuring Neil and John, so it's appropriate tonight to record for history that strange mystery of
Paint 10-gallon off-white. Because it goes on for a hell of a long time.
It all started when Bill wanted his house a Victorian hue. So when he went on holiday, we knew what we must do. We appointed a cracking team of flips to paint the entire suite. The cost was $250, and of course, we got a receipt.
Well, we would, wouldn't we?
Well, absolutely. But when Bill returned, he wouldn't pay. He held his wallet tight. Did not his walls now sport a coat of
Paint 10 gallons of white.
But not so, said Bill, spotting the old gravy stain. Now this was very weird, because though his walls were just the same, the paint had disappeared. For some time Bill was puzzled, then something rang a bell. It would seem those flips took our dough and took the paint as well. Then those thieving bastards! Did we rehearse that?
No, but it sounded good.
Oh, it was bloody good, we'll do it again. Then those thieving bastards took a second bite. They advertised for sale, guess what?
Paint 10 gallons of white.
Bill went to ring the number. He knew just what to say, and he found the last two digits were mysteriously torn away. So Bill tried every combination. It was something of a test, but his efforts were unrewarded. Not a soul confessed. Then, strangely, one evening, Bill was greeted by a sight. For waiting on his doorstep was...
Paint 10 gallons of white.
It carried a computer printout. It was drawn officially from the stores. So Bill could now paint his house, his ceiling, walls and floors. But not content, Bill rang Logistics and spoke to someone...
I'll tell you what, it's not as good as the crowd last night, is it?
But not content, Bill rang Logistics and spoke to someone foreign. It was a flip. Bill knew the accent. The voice said, "Aye, Hamish Max Foreign." Now Hamish was a helpful chap. "Och, I'll see what I can do." And he discovered the paint was ordered from a terminal at PD. Undaunted, Bill phoned up PD. This had turned into a war. He spoke to someone Scottish, Bill thought, by the name of Vic Decore. But Vic denied all knowledge, and that's when Bill gave up the fight. It would seem he'd never find the source of
Paint 10 gallons of white.
Now the sequel to this story was a note Bill received one day, advising that the cost of the paint would be deducted from his pay. Well, by now Bill didn't want the stuff, but try as he might, Logistics denied all knowledge of
the paint 10 gallons of white.
Bill never solved the mystery.
Best job I've ever had.
Bill never solved the mystery. It was a mind defeater, but by now his thoughts had turned elsewhere to some eye-tie senorita. And what became of the paint, you say? Did somebody say that? And what became of the paint, you say? Well, look around tonight. Chris, tell him what's on your fence.
Paint 10 gallons of white.
So who was Hamish? Who was Vic? Who hid the paint at home?
Who was Maria Magdalena, who invited Bill to Rome?
Who rang up from Gibraltar to try to make some sales?
Posing as one rock to Spain with gold mines down in Wales.
I hate that line, John.
Now, most of you know very well, to you it's nothing new, but for those of you who are still confused, here's a clue or two.
One arrived 5 years ago.